What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about my Shaw Concepts loadout, but just not the loadout, about upgrading certain parts of your plate carrier to work better for you. Before we get into that, I just want to say continue to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all the support, and share with a friend. I'm trying to grow the channel, and hit that notification so you get notified of new videos. Enough about that. Let's get into it. So what am I talking about? Customizing is changing up your kit for you. As you get your kit, you train with it, whether you use it every day for work purposes, and as you wear it more and you see what needs, you could start changing things to what products may work better for you. You know, some guys, when you get plate carriers, and I'm a fault of this, I bought everything from whatever company plate carrier, whether that's the placard, upgraded shoulder pads, different cummerbunds from just that same company, and not always is that the right solution. Sometimes you have to wear kit, try different products, and not be scared to kind of mix and match and Frankenstein it out to work for you. And that's what I want to talk about it for you guys. So I'm going to show you my Shaw Concepts Arc V2, which has a lot of different parts on it that aren't all Shaw Concepts, because the only thing Shaw Concepts are really the plate bags and the placard, but the placard changes out with the mission set, and I'll talk to more a little bit about that too. But it's a lot of different parts in that, and I'll show you guys. Let me just get the let me get you guys a little closer so I can show you what I'm talking about and what I've changed on this plate carrier. Let's go. Alright, guys, I brought you down here so you can see. So this is my Arc V2 plate carrier from Shaw Concepts. I've done a video on this plate carrier before. Absolutely awesome quality. The way they hold the plates in with their spider system, which is here in the back to adjust, is second to none. The quality, they make amazing gear. But one of the things I did not like was my cummerbund that came with it. Not that it was a bad cummerbund, but if we turn this around so you guys can just see, this is your back panel here, okay, behind here, and I could show you guys by just opening the plate bag here. You have, it was shock cord retention, but they also give you Velcro to do, so you could do both. But when the cummerbund comes from Shaw Concepts, it was shock cord retention style system, just like a JPC 2.0, which I had for many years as well. And my only gripe with shock cord system is I never feel like they give you enough support around the waist. For me, this is personal preference. This is why I said, as you wear your kit, you see what you like and what you don't. I prefer elastic style cummerbunds. I feel like they hug me better, and I feel like they take some weight off of my shoulders, and it just gives me all-around better fit for me, right? So that's what I swapped it out with. If you saw there, because Shaw Concepts gives you that back panel where you can use shock cord or you can use Velcro, I went to a different cummerbund, and I'll show you guys just by opening it up, and that is the Dynamic Principles Hybrid Cummerbund, it's called. So it is a mixture of elastic cummerbund, has elastic here and elastic in the back, but it gives you rigid Tigress here with Molly cells to attach weight-bearing items, which is super cool. You're getting the best of both worlds. There is one thing with elastic cummerbunds, is that you can't put weight-bearing stuff because it kind of flops over, right? So Dynamic Principles made this hybrid, so you have elasticity here. It's elastic. This is coming around your your front here, so it's going to be elastic, and you have elastic panels in the back, so it gives, so as you're expanding, it moves with you, right, breathing out and all that and moving around, but you have some rigidity here to add weight bearing items. Now on my strong side, I don't add anything. I keep it slick because I don't like anything in the way of my draw. It's just a pet peeve of mine. So on my offside, that's where my GP pouch is. This is a Shaw Concepts nerd pouch. Again, you have rows of Molly here, so you can Molly in a pouch. Super rigid. It's Tigress back, so you can put any pouches that you have on there. Another cool thing about this cummerbund, as I shift here, and you can see they also supply a cell in here for rifle mag, and it has laser cut moly on the back and laser cut moly on the front. So you could add another pouch, towards your inside, almost like a wing style, and you could also add a pouch on the outside, as well as fit a rifle mag in there. I just have a Theorem battery cell holder mollied onto the front. I told you I like to keep this side very, very slick, not anything out and bulky. But on my offside here, I used the magazine cell for a radio pouch. This is what I use as my radio pouch. Again, it's for civilian radio. I am not on the job anymore, so if I'm training with the guys and we want to do comms, I use a Biofang and this PTT that you see, but it's not always on. It's only when I'm doing that type of training. I do have a bang pouch mollied to the front. Like I showed over here on the front, you have that where my Theorem cell is. I have a Dynamic Principles bang pouch where I keep a bang. Used it in training. I have to put a new one in there. That's why it's empty. But that's what I have on that side. And here, this just acts almost like when you have a radio wing. It's just, it's on the inside. I could add something if I wanted to on this side as well. But it is a really cool cummerbund from Dynamic Principles because it gives you a little best of both worlds. You get rigidity and you get the elastic style cummerbund. I got it with Tactics tubes. If you see here, I usually use First Spear tubes. This is my first time messing with these type of tubes. So far, I like it. I'd like to hear you guys in the comments of if you guys use these and what you think about these, because I'm very new to these. At the time when I ordered this cummerbund, the First Spear tubes were all sold out, and I didn't have any extras at home. So I went with it. So far, so good. Another cool thing about this cummerbund, it was less than $100. Dynamic Principles has really, really good prices. So that is something that was one of the first things I changed on my plate carrier from the, what came with it was the cummerbund, just something that fit me more, especially when I'm wearing this for long periods of time. I need comfort. Comfort's very, very important, guys. The placard that you see here, just because it's in front, I'm going to talk about. This is the new Shaw Concepts V4 placard. I did a video on this. This is something that changes out with mission set placards, at least for me. So that's the cool thing about, placards is you could change them out for what you need. Again, this is the V4, holds 3 mags. Why I tend to use this placard most is because when these are out of here, guys, my mags are out of here. What's cool about this placard with their Spectre insert is it collapsed down. So if you're going prone, it's not getting out in the way. Your placard's not out and kind of, giving you any problems with that. So I really like that about this placard with this insert. Shaw Concepts gives you 2 different type of inserts. This is the new Spectre insert, but if I show you on one of my other placards that is a V3 from Shaw Concepts, this is their other insert, and it doesn't collapse as much. It's Tigress on the outsides, but this is what I'm saying. This is a much bigger placard system because I have an admin pouch attached to this. So if I'm doing land nav and things like that, I would switch out this placard. So placards are something that you could switch out as you go. Another option for that is this Dynamic Principles placard, which I really like. I love Dynamic Principles stuff. This is another product that they make that's awesome. They make Velcro inserts for their placards, and what's cool about them is that you could do a lot of customization. Like this is a triple 5.56 with a pistol here, or for a light, they give you elastic sleeves here that you could use for Sharpies and or chem lights. I always have a tourniquet pouch on this side. For me, muscle memory, I always keep a TQ on that side. That's something I've always done. But I do like that they're a little lower cut on their placard, and I'll show you what I mean by that by inserting a mag. If you see here, just insert it for you guys. Oop. The mag, it's cut low, so you get a good purchase hand on your mag, opposed to see how these sit in a little further in. They still could get to it, but I do like that about Dynamic Principles. And again, you could get a placard that has, which I do have, which has 2 5.56 and 2 pistols. So that's what's cool about Dynamic Principles. And you can customize their inserts. All right, enough about the placard. Placards are placards. I'm just showing you guys, like, hey, this is the placard I run, the V4. I have a Dynamic Principles TQ pouch here. On my strong side, I always keep a TQ. I was just saying that there for muscle memory. This is my go-to TQ. And on this side, I just have a pistol mag pouch. I believe it's a Ferro. And I keep my Surefire light on this side. Again, that's this placard system. Depends on the mission set. I could change. I keep my shears behind that. But the placard system is something you're always gonna, you could change out on your on your plate carrier. Moving. Besides that, another item that I changed, and I'll show you guys, are the shoulder straps from Shaw Concepts. They were a little big and bulky. I didn't mind them. They weren't bothering me, but I like to keep a nice kind of slick setup. And shout out to one of my subscribers, because they commented on, hey, I'm running a Ferro strap socks, and that's what these are. They're just strap socks. They keep it very low profile. And after this, I'll put the plate carry on so you guys could see how this all fits and looks. But I like it because they're low profile, don't get in the way of shouldering your rifle and all that, etc. The only times I might change these out, these are just like kind of elastic sleeves that you sleeve over, is I will put bigger shoulder pads on this guy when I'm running their PCP pack and I have a load, a very heavy kind of load. I will put some more padding on my shoulders, and that's when I'll use, and I'll show you guys for the video, that's when I'll use these guys, which are from AXL. They're the structural shoulder pads, a lot of padding there. You have a lot of cable management as well. I'll use these guys if I'm running a pack system when I'm training with a team and all that. I run a PCP pack with a lot of medical and some other gear in there. That's when I'll switch these out. But most of the time, I'm running just these strap socks. Again, that's something that when you're wearing your plate carrier, you definitely want to be comfortable in your shoulders. That's where a lot of the weight is, and that's something that you should play around. Another cool thing about this plate carrier is you could change the angles of these shoulder pads sit. So if you want them closer kind of towards your neck, or you want them further out to your shoulders, you could change the angles. That's a big plus with this Shaw Concepts ARC V2 plate carrier. But again, that's another product that I changed. I went to these shoulder straps just for more comfort and keeping low profile. Another little upgrade that I did was, when you get this plate carrier, if you're seeing the Shaw Concepts, you get this tri-glide here on, well, I'm right-handed, this is my strong side, but on this side, it's a first spear tube they give you. And that just kind of bulked it out a little bit. It also changed the angle and kind of the length of the shoulder because, it wasn't identical on this side. So one thing I did right away is I contacted Shaw Concepts and I just asked them to send me another tri-glide. I got rid of that first spear tube and went a little slicker with this tri-glide. I like it because when I'm shouldering the rifle on my offhand, it doesn't get in the way. That first spear tube definitely got in the way, so I liked it. It keeps it just a little lower profile and slick. So another little upgrade I did. What else did I change to this guy? That's really it about changes. The other guys are just little, add-ons like this microbat candy pouch that I have here. Now, I've had this for a while. I'm just saying that because this pouch, they're expensive for what they are. This pouch is like $60 for this little guy. It's just Velcro backed, and the Shaw Concepts gives you a Velcro lining up here. And I like it just because usually I'll stuff my cell phone in there. Is where I keep it, or I always keep a little book of scriptures in here as well. But I like it. Usually my cell phone goes in there, or I'll have a little some snacks in there, and it's something just up here that's not too bulky and getting in the way of me getting my mags, like admin pouches that you do put up here on your plate carriers. Sometimes they just build up too much. If I was still running like an ATAC and all that, I understand that, but I'm not. So it's just a little pouch that I put on there. But you could get this same pouch on Amazon. Like Cridex makes an imitation of this pouch for like $15. Just a Velcro pouch, sorry, you put on there. And this is my sear patch that I put on there. But that's basically it. And besides that, that's it. I mean, I do run a knife wing, as you see right here. This is the SOCP dagger wing from Shaw Concepts. It's specifically for the Benchmade SOCP dagger. It keeps it small. I don't like running a big, bulky knife on a wing. I see a lot of guys with that. Listen, I'm not utilizing this knife much in any type of combat situation. I'll be honest; it's more for admin stuff. I do like having one. I always ran like an SOCP on the job just to have a knife, but I don't. I've run wings before, and I didn't like when they were up, up against my body. The sheath would kind of, give me a hot spot sometimes. What's cool about this, guys, if you see, I have it right in line with my plate. So it's right on the side of the plate. I can get to it, but I'm not feeling it when the carrier is on. And that's pretty much the upgrades I did to it. I'm going to change the camera angle around just so you guys could see this. I'm going to put it on, and I'll talk about why I have these products where they are. Let's get at it. All right, guys, we are back. I just wanted to show you that angle just so you guys could see, closer how the cummerbund looks and what the products are that I changed to my carrier. I have it on now just to show you guys with the dangler on how the full loadout looks. And here we are, just so you guys could see. See there. See the cummerbund. Again, like I said, I like to keep my strong side just more on the slick side so I could get to my secondary no issue. That's a personal preference thing. If you need to load out both sides, you need to load out both sides. One thing that is a little bit of not a bad thing, but it does bother me, is I wish like these cells here, the rigid part of the cummerbund, just came up a little more forward, like if they gave one more cell, because when you put your GP pouch, it's a little far back for me. Like I have T-Rex arms and my dexterity is not there. I could get to and open to it, but it's not the easiest. Again, my GP pouch has the things that I don't need to always get to right away, but I do wish they give you more cells. When you order this cummerbund from Dynamic Principles, it comes in different sizes. So a small, depending on what size you are, is going to be less cells. So remember that too. Large gives more cells. I was going to order a large just to have more real estate, but I did speak to the owner of Dynamic Principles, and he said by your sizing you're going to be swimming in it, so it's not going to work out. Just know, guys, and I've said this in previous videos, when you order your plate carrier and cummerbund, size it to you. Like I'm a 34-inch waist, but that doesn't really matter some for your cummerbund, but technically I should be in a medium plate carrier because of my plates being 10 by 12s. This is a large plate carrier. Any other plate carrier probably would have been an issue, but this has a great adjustment system, meaning, the plates might have not filled up the carrier and you'd have extra, material. I don't like that. I should have got a medium. It was my bad for ordering a large. I was bigger at the time, but I lost a good amount of weight and got in shape. So that's the reasoning for that. But really, I should be in a medium for 10 by 12 plates, which what this are. So what I'm saying is, when you get a plate carrier, if you're new to this and you're kind of just looking at it, when you get your plate carrier, you get the plate carrier to what size plates you have, not to what size you are. If you're a big guy and you need an extra large, well, you're going to probably be getting bigger plates like 11 by 13s, etc. Cummerbund wise, I'm a medium, guys, and I'm a 34-inch waist for size. I'm 5'10", 205. I'm bigger on up here and bigger in the chest area. My waist is smaller, but a medium cummerbund fits perfectly. Have good amount of adjustment, no issue there. Again, I spoke about the raid pouch. I like it that you could just rip it on and off when you don't need it, for medical. And that's basically it, guys. I'll talk about the shoulder pads. That's why I like the slick with the tri-glides. If you guys see, no issues with shouldering. Again, that first spear tube that comes with it, maybe you need it for your, for what you do, like if you do maritime stuff, for taking on and off. I didn't, so I didn't care about getting rid of that first spear tube up here. But I love using tubes here for the cummerbund. You could do it either way too. This cummerbund, you could do it with the Velcro straps. I just hate to take my placard off all the time to take it on and off. I like just tubes, and that's it. It's a very, very comfortable setup, especially with the cummerbund. I love that this carrier has tons of laser cut moly back there. Even though I run a pack, when I'm not, I run like an AXL flux cuff moly board back there that holds 3. What's cool about that is I can get to them, myself, especially the 2 outers, and use them. So that's I like having the laser cut moly to attach things on the back. And that's it, guys. That's why I wanted to make this video. Customize the equipment to you, wear your kit, and that's when you're going to see. I don't say this to knock anybody, but a lot of times guys get plate carriers, they get their kit kind of just to have, and they're kind of like, oh, I have it for an SHTF event. But if you don't wear it, one, if you're not used to wearing this stuff for long periods of time and shooting with it, running around with it, you will feel it quickly. In about an hour, it will put stress. You'll feel it, especially if it's not form fitting and you don't have it the right setup. You're going to feel it really on your shoulders. It's going to really be hurting your back. So wear this stuff, train with it, wear it for long periods of time. So you see, hey, you know what, those shoulder straps, they're really digging into me, or they're not comfortable. You have to upgrade that. And again, I'm not saying go spend money and and add more items to the kit. I know kit's expensive, but maybe think about this when you're getting it. And I made this mistake when I got the carrier. I knew I'm not a big fan of elastic cord, shot cord style cummerbunds. I should have just ordered a front plate bag and a rear plate bag, and knew I was going to get a separate cummerbund. I could have saved some bucks and poured it towards it. That's my bad. So that's what I'm saying. If some kit isn't going to fit you the right way, you can just get plate bags and start adding and customizing your kit the way you want. And that's it, guys. Just wanted to do a quick video on just upgrading parts on your plate carrier to fit you better, whether it's for duty purposes or just for training purposes. Wear your kit and find out what works for you. Let me know what you guys have. Let me know if you have a Franken style carrier where you've set different cummerbunds, different shoulder pads to work for you. I love hearing that stuff, and I will see you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there. Dale.